because they're like, holy cow, this person, if they can just, first of all, you're just demonstrating how much you know, how comfortable you are, and that just instantly builds authority. And then there's this idea that you can just give this stuff away for free. That's massive authority. Then right off the bat, what you're always doing is underneath each one of you're always building in a way to get feedback. Like if you're putting this video out, you've got comments down below the video. So when there are comments down there and people can see other people are watching your video and leaving comments, that builds up social proof. The social proof, that's the idea of, wow, all these other people are watching this. There must be something there. There must be something going on. And then as you move through here, you actually start to build up community. When you build up community, it's like the community actually develops down in those comments. You know, you've got comments down below each one of these videos. People will start answering it. You can start answering them. It actually also brings in another trigger I didn't mention, which is conversation. People love a conversation. They would much rather be in a conversation than be listening to a monologue. Then, of course, you're also building reciprocity. You know, because you're giving great content, and as you give great content, people, they're loving you. They want to give something back to you. Then as you start to move through here and get deeper, you just keep on building social proof. You keep on building community, but now you start to build anticipation, because they're like, and I guess we got two A's here, right? So this is authority. We're going to call this AN for anticipation. People are looking forward to your final offer, and that you're taking your marketing and you're turning it into event. So all through here, you build this authority, Now you're starting to build anticipation. And then also you want to build in some scarcity. So as you get closer to the end, you definitely want a start and a finish to your launch. This is another place that people mess up their launches. When you have your launch, it has to be a very definitive start and an end to that launch. There has to be some special deal here. When you do open up your cart and start selling, there has to be an end to that launch. You have to get some special deal, and then that special deal ends. And literally that will double the sales in your launch if you have that hard deadline at the end of the launch. And that's where scarcity really starts to play a piece. So these mental triggers can be really powerful. You're building authority all the way through. You're building social proof, because people can see all the interaction going on and all the comments. They can feel that buzz. They can feel that community. And the community, what is the community? It's all this discussion that's happening down, below your videos. And then towards the end, you build that anticipation, that social proof, that scarcity. And when you layer all these on top of creating this path of problem, solution, and adding value, it's just a really, really powerful model. The reality is it's a lot easier to sell to someone if they know, like, and trust you. I like to think of it in terms of like this BS detector. It's like you walk onto a car lot, you see the door open up and the salesperson's coming towards you, and instantly your BS detector's in the red zone. It's like you're not going to trust them. Or maybe you trust them, but you're not going to trust them as well as you trust your best friend. On the other hand, if your best friend says, hey, I just bought this new car. I love this new car. You got to check it out. It's completely awesome. Well, your BS detector is backed way off. You trust them. You believe them. Maybe, they tend to have a different opinion on things, but you definitely trust them. So the thing is that old style marketing, that old style sales letter, or even those broken launches where you don't provide any value, that BS detector's in the red zone. But if you do this, if you show people, their problem, solution, if you layer in all these mental triggers, that BS detector backs way off into the safe zone. And then when you actually do get to your sales letter or sales video, it might spike up a little bit because you're eventually going to ask for some money. You have to do that to make the sale. But the reality is that BS detector it stays a lot further down in the safe zone because you've built up that relationship. What we're really talking about is creating a conversation with your market, delivering real value, creating a real relationship, and then asking for the sale. Okay, so that is the single most effective way for making sales, creating an impact, building a business there is. So the big question is, though, what does it do for you? How are you going to use this? So if you're watching this, you probably fall into one of three categories. First, you might have an online business. You're already selling stuff. You've already got some traffic to your website. And if that's the case, then this is an awesome day for you, because this is the way, there's just no other way to get more leverage quicker in your business. Basically, you take your existing offer, you can tweak it, you can add some bonuses, maybe change the pricing up a little bit, and do a launch. Basically, relaunch your product, relaunch your business. And like I said, this is the absolute fastest way to increase your leverage and just get big time results in no time whatsoever. Second category is maybe you have some type of a business where you might be a practitioner, you might have a service-based business where you're working with clients, but you don't have leverage. You don't have real leverage in your business. You don't have products. You're more working with people. In that case, we've seen this over and over. I mean, you might be a practitioner who's helping people with their wellness or their health or their money or their business or real estate or their hobbies or their sports. In this case, what you want to do is you need to create some leverage. You want to create some products. Just think about it. If you had a product that sold for, say, $97 or $297 or $997, and you put together a launch and you sold a whole bunch of those, how would that change your business? How would that change your life? And then you kept on making sales month after month. That's what this is all about. If you think about it, you've already got these clients. And a bunch of them would probably love to get some more of you, to buy some more of you, to give you some more money for a product. And so, these launches, product launch formula can work fantastic for you. The sideways sales letter is awesome because you have these clients where you already have this relationship. Now, the third category is maybe this all sounds great. Yeah, Jeff, I love it. It sounds amazing, but you don't have a business. And you don't have a list, and you don't have a product, you don't have any kind of following, and maybe you don't even have an idea. And if this is you, well, I've got a real soft spot for you, because that's where I was not very long ago. I was actually Mr. Mom. I was at home taking care of a couple of babies while my wife was out making a living, supporting the family. I hadn't made any kind of income in years. And let me tell you, it is absolutely possible to build a real serious business. If you look at what I've built, where I've got thousands of clients and I've made this impact where my clients have done hundreds of millions of dollars of launches, it just shows where it can go if you're just starting out like I was, Mr. Mom at home taking care of a couple babies. So if you're just starting out, this can absolutely work for you. In fact, the thing you're going to want to do is what I call the seed launch. Now, the seed launch, I'm actually going to be teaching that in my next video. In my next video, we're going to go deep into the seed launch. That's where you can start with no list and no product, and you basically get paid to create that first product. You get paid to create that first list. How awesome is that, right? I've used the seed launch over and over. In fact, I still use it. I've used it recently because the seed launch, if you already have a business, it's great if you want to test out a new product idea, or if you want to get paid for that, paid to create the product basically. So the seed launch isn't just for starting out, but it's great for starting out. So I'm going to be going deep into the seed launch in my next video. I'm also going to cover launch selection, because I showed you the sideways sales letter, but how does it actually fit right into a launch? And the thing is there's a number of different launches. I've got 6 primary types of launches. And in the next video, I'm going to be going through launch selection and showing you where each type of launch can fit in, because you got to pick the right launch. You can't just throw a bunch of videos out there. We've already seen that, and you can't